All right, so Valentina Shevchenko back on the proving ground here tonight. You got to think some of these super fights are going to materialize at this stage of her career. Perhaps a trilogy with Amanda Nunes, potentially a title defense against Zhang Weili. But make no mistake about it, at 125 pounds, she has distanced herself from the pack.
Yes, there is a lot out there for Valentina. Super fights are on the horizon, but the only time that those present themselves is whenever you have really dominated the division that you fight in. Valentina has done that. She has beaten everyone, and she has dominated most of them. So let's see if tonight she can once again get her hand raised and look to some of those things that are out there for her to accomplish.
7 title defenses and counting for Shevchenko. She moved down to 125 pounds back in 2017, and needless to say, she has not looked back. All right, so here's the otherworldly elite flyweight out of Guadalajara, Mexico, Alexa Grasso. And it's interesting to look back to early portions of her UFC career. After the Carla Esparza loss in 2019, she had lost 3 of 5, and nobody envisioned her as a future UFC champion, but she has stayed committed to the cause every step of the way. Her grappling improvement has been unbelievable. She's always been an outstanding boxer, but she has honed that, of course, under her uncle, Francisco Grasso. This is one of the very best flyweights in the world. She is as committed to the cause as any man or woman in the world. I'm excited to see what she can do with this showcase here tonight. All right, all the hype gives way to the action here. Both fighters have now touched down on the canvas, and we are ready to go from the Mecca, Madison Square Garden, here in New York, New York. All right, let's get to the tail of the tape for this flyweight championship fight. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Championship of the world. This is the first fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Valentina Shevchenko. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC flyweight champion of the world, Alexa Grasso.
The veteran Herbert Dean, our referee for this one. Well, whether you're a boxer or a mixed martial artist, you want to compete at Madison Square Garden, the world's most famous arena, and dating to 2016, a lot of the UFC's best have gotten that opportunity.
Absolutely, J.A. And when you grow up as a fighter, especially a heavyweight, it is your dream to headline MSG and fight for the heavyweight championship of the world. I got that honor, and I could almost feel the ghost of Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, all those great fights those guys had at MSG. I felt as if on that night that I retained my championship, I became part of that fraternity, the greatest heavyweight fighters to ever step foot in Madison Square Garden. It was an honor and a pleasure, and it felt amazing to join that fraternity. Lands a quick jab.
All right, well, you've been saying all week her takedowns are as good as anyone's in this division, and she gets an early one there.
John, it's her ability to mix striking to wrestling. She does not do one or the other. She does them both at the same time, and for a predominantly boxing fighter, it's hard to keep up.
Grasso getting worked here from the top. Ground and pound strikes raining down. Man, these ground strikes by her are really starting to take their toll.
And now she's in mount.
Nice positional control here.
And now she has her back.
Grasso's back in full guard. Just over 2 minutes to go. Oh, and there it is. So after an extended battle on the ground, she gets back to her feet, and the crowd is absolutely eating it up.
She was not going to settle on her back. Even though it was very difficult, she finally works her way back up, and now she's got to let the hands go. Lands a solid kick right there.
All right, so she lands another leg kick there, and now you're starting to really see visible damage on the other side. I'm not sure how many more of these she can take.
She won't take many more. You'll start to see her fall to her back, try to engage in the grappling, because she will not be able to get any weight on her front leg, which will make her stationary and be in a lot of danger to get caught with something hard up the top.
Lands a strike now from the bottom. Nice work there by Grasso.
This work.
10 seconds to go in the round. Round 2 straight ahead.
Great work. You won that last round. This round, you want to keep mixing things up. Use your punches, use your knees, use your kicks. I want to see you work that.
All right, let's take a look back at some of the highlights, DC. A lot of leg kicks for good measure in that round.
I mean, leg kicks are the key. You watch people win fights with just leg kicks, especially in this game. I mean, it is my strike of choice. I love the animation when I've landed so many leg kicks that my opponent just kind of waves me off and the fight gets stopped. Keep throwing them. If they're not going to check them, keep throwing the leg kick.
Ready to fight? Ready.
Here we are, early round 2. Ooh, looks like that shot was blocked. The left hook lands on the counter. Nice job offensively as the strike lands clean.
Beautiful right punch lands there. Jeez, you can hear that.
Effective jab there by Grasso. Just missed with the elbow there. Well, she keeps prioritizing that calf kick, and now her opponent's calf starting to show signs of bruising.
She just took them. She had to check them before they started to accumulate. She's starting to really struggle with that calf now.
Also, the wrestling chops on display there. Shevchenko changes course and takes the fight to the ground.
But we've seen this. We've seen Valentina mix it up. We saw it against Juliana Pena. We thought she was going to have to keep that fight standing. But before we knew it, fight was over by submission. Valentina Shevchenko is as good a mixed martial artist as we have in the UFC.
Shevchenko's in half guard.
Nice shot there by the champ. She's stepping over the mount here.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Shevchenko. Oh, she's got head movement even off of her back, huh? Nice slip there.
She's being proactive. She's not sitting and waiting until her opponent throws. She's moving in advance, and it's allowing her to evade these strikes.
Well, she was a little bit hesitant in round 1, but she has certainly picked up the pace here in this second round. It took her a while to find her range. She's in a strong striking rhythm now. Able to check the high kick.
You know, a lot of people say those don't land, but even if you block them a little bit, they still put damage on you.
Oh, she got inside and right to the single collar tie. Big takedown for Shevchenko. Oh, and with conviction, she moves right into half guard.
Without much effort, she was able to pass from her full guard right into half guard.
Nicely done. Final seconds of the round. Shevchenko's right back to the full mount here. All right, round 3 coming up next. Ooh, that's tight. I'd be tapping.
It's starting to get really tight in there.
Take a deep breath and recover. This next round, we really want to focus on ground control. To set up your takedown. I want you to maintain dominance.
All right, now we take a look back at some of the action in that previous round, DC. A lot to like on both sides, really.
I mean, both were intent on going forward. And what happens when nobody wants to take a step back? They meet in the middle. That's exactly what they did, and they both found success over the course of that round.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here we go with this 3rd round of this championship fight. All right, so she continues to land a high number of strikes here, just like she did in the previous round. As efficient as any striker in the division, this is a world-class display of striking here tonight. Able to check that kick as well.
Beautiful kick.
Trying to kick the leg out. Shevchenko going for the takedown, but unable to land. Oh, nice hook. Back kick there. Oh, she ate another calf. What a shot by her there. I'm not sure her opponent knows where she is. She's in the octagon still.
She can't possibly know where she is right now after taking such a massive head kick.
Well, pretty good recovery by her opponent. Oh, huge shots landed on both sides. How are they still standing? All right, so you can see her leg is hurt, and now she's starting to limp a little bit, DC. So certainly something that bears watching as this fight continues.
Yeah, we got to keep our eyes on it. Her movements are labored. She has been very compromised from those leg kicks.
All right, so the unofficial numbers tell you 77 total strikes have now landed for Valentina Shevchenko. Just below 50%, by the way, 49% the accuracy rate on the strike attempts against Alexa Grasso. Grasso's forehead is bleeding now, cut is open. Oh, her ground and pound is on point here. She's made this a focus going in to make these strikes count. Certainly doing that tonight.
She's making each and every one of them count, doing a very, very good job of landing shots, landing them in combination, and making them all matter.
Nice punch there by Valentina Shevchenko. Her cornermen are losing their minds. She got stunned by that strike earlier in the round, but just hasn't gotten herself mentally or physically back in the fight.
You never know how your fighter is going to react to adversity. Right now, she has not done a good job of it.
Man, high volume of strikes in this round as she continues to land and pour it on. It's amazing that she has been able to maintain this aggression with her striking throughout this fight. Man, her calf is just mangled. I know Bilal Muhammad says this is a toughness equation. I'm not sure how much longer she's going to be able to stay in this fight.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like she's about done. You know, she's going to switch her stances. It won't matter as much because she's not as good of a conventional fighter. Switching stances will save her a bit, but it will limit all of her other weapons.
That's 3 rounds in the can. We're headed to the championship rounds. Heading back to the corner now, and however deliberately, Grasso's bleeding from the forehead a little bit, so we'll keep an eye on that as the fight continues. Hopefully the cut man can do his work and get it under control so it doesn't bleed down into the fighter's eyes. All right, well, she seems focused on the stool, but the cut man has his work cut out for him. Huge strikes causing that cut above the eye.
Some nasty strikes landed to cause that nasty cut over the top of her eye. She has been on the receiving end of some big shots, and ultimately she's paying for it because now she's dealing with the blood going into her eyes.
4th round now, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. I think we are the only 2 men sitting in this arena as we have arrived at round 4 and we enter the championship rounds. A huge, huge 5 minutes coming up for these 2 young ladies.
J.A., I couldn't have imagined that this fight would be this good. It's round number 4 now. Who can really keep fighting at such a high level with such good technical skills as they've gone into round number 4?
leg kick. She grounds her opponent now. Could be the beginning of the end, champ.
She hurt her very badly with that big leg kick.
Oh, a big left hand.
Oh, my goodness. Oh. Oh. Big double leg level change.
Just over 3 minutes now to go.
Yes, smart adjustment, yep.
Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Shevchenko.
And there you go, again, half guard.
Man, she has done her homework. Another ground strike gets through.
I mean, she's fighting a fantastic fight.
Shevchenko ground and pound from half guard.
Nice transition.
Just misses with a left hook there. Shevchenko's limping. That would suggest that the leg kick is having the desired effects. Just out of range with that right hand. Oh, she's got to keep pressing now.
She gets to the single collar tie. Look for her to try to move her opponent to find openings to land uppercuts and shots right up the middle.
Wow, is she applying a lot of pressure here? I'm not sure how much her opponent can take. Clear sense of urgency here as she tries to make sure the judges stay out of it. Well, she's been good tonight, but she missed with that one. 20 seconds to go. Oh, huge connection by her there.
Massive shot lands. How's she gonna try to find the next shot that'll finish the fight?
Oh, what a round. How good was that? All right, so she survives to hear the final horn. What a round it was. And, of course, that knockdown midway through nearly got her out of there.
Almost got her the finish, but now she needs to reset, get ready to go back forward, and try and secure a finish without forcing anything. It's very key that she does not get greedy. Go back and sit down at the table. Let it be set. Be patient. Have the first course, have the second course, and on the third course, the main course, find your finish.
All right, let's check out some of the action from that previous round. DC, talk us through the knockdown, if you would.
I mean, she was able to get to her spot. She was able to find the sweet spot, land that strike that put her opponent on her butt. Next time she lands that, the fight will be over.
Big right hand. What a strike by her there. I'd be knocked out. Her opponent still stands.
She's still standing, but she's got to get on her bike, John. She's got to get out to the center of the octagon, find some space so that she can evade her opponent from finishing her.
Oh, she continues to land a high number of strikes here, just like she did in the previous round. It's one thing to be aggressive, but also efficient. She is certainly doing that. Tagged her with the overhand.
It won't take many of those.
Oh, big elbow. Grasso gets caught by that straight punch. You got to do better than that defensively. Single leg takedown is good. Nice strike from the bottom fighter there. Working in half guard here, making these shots count.
Oh, this is where you don't want to be, though. This is a terrible position. Using a lot of good movement.
Good work from the top here by Shevchenko.
She's so busy because it's working. She's doing a great job of landing those ground strikes. Nice.
Shevchenko's got the full mount.
She is so dominant from the top position.
Under 2 minutes now with which to work. Grasso's in half guard.
Full side control now.
Shevchenko's right back to the full mount. Oh, arm triangle attempt now. Oh, look out, folks, that is tight.
It looks like it's getting going.
Oh, so now she gives up on the submission.
She did, and she did because she saw that she was going to end up in a worse position. Great recognition to give up the submission and maintain her dominant position.
Most fighters will tell you offensive wrestling is the hardest, most exhausting thing.
Especially if you're just running the guy over. John Johnson just gets up.
Oh, huge elbow. Oh, this one could be over soon. And plenty of time with which to work. 30 seconds to go in the round. Shevchenko's back inside control here. Lands the ground and pound strike. Well, what a performance by her tonight. On the biggest stage of her career by far, she's going home with a new piece of gold.
People wondered if she was ready for this. They wondered if she had the ability to shine when the lights were brightest. She did exactly that. She topped any performance she has ever had in the UFC, and she is now the new UFC champion.
All right, the official decision is now in. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score the contest, 50-45. Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, and new undisputed UFC flyweight champion of the world, Valentina Shevchenko.
Well, man, is Valentina Shevchenko fun to watch when she is on, as she was here tonight. This is a fighter who has been mixing the martial arts for a long time now, way before it was in vogue. And of course, the results speak for themselves. Congratulations to Valentina Shevchenko.